The Binding of Isaac is a very difficult game, since it relies on luck and good decision making. Unlocking the right item can make your run easier to beat. So today I have a very useful list of 30 best items to unlock in the Binding of Isaac. Before, can you please hype this video? Please? The first item is Death's Touch. This item gives you a damage up and piercing tears, with the price of 2 hearts and the small tears down. It's kinda easy because you just have to beat the Waka Waka challenge. The second item is Mom's Knife. For me, is the best item from the game. It basically replaces your tears with a knife that deals massive damage. It's very easy to unlock because you just need to beat Santa as Isaac. Small Rock is a very good tears and damage up. To unlock this item, you just have to blow up 100 tinted rocks basically. Stopwatch is one of the best defensive items in the game. Basically slows down enemies and bullets, and for you to unlock, you just have to donate 999 coins to the donation machine. You could think this is hard, but if you have a donation machine, you have some extra coins, just go there and donate, okay? Ayobelayo. This item is a very good piercing, since when the tears goes through the enemy, it has double damage. And you unlock it by defeating Greedier with Judas. Very easy. And you can just like spam the book, you're beating Greedier, so crazy good. Himolacria. Guys, some people think this item is kinda bad, and I understand you, but anyways, it's very good because of the synergy it has. Like for example, Himolacria has synergy with Tech-X, has synergies with Brimstone, and for you to unlock this item is very easy, you just have to get 10 blood clots. Next one is Trisagion. It turns your tears into like this Brimstone type shit that basically deals constant damage to the enemies, and you unlock it by just getting 25 Angel Deal items. I don't know why, but okay. The next one is Abaddon. This item gives you a 1.5 damage up, a 0.2 speed, and 2 black hearts. But it turns your hearts into black hearts though, so if you have a character that has a lot of heart containers, I don't know if that's a good idea. I'm desperate for damage. Maybe that's the only option, I think. For this, it might take you a while because you have to unlock Polaroid to unlock the chest, because you need to beat the chest with Azazel. For you to get Polaroid, you just have to beat Isaac 5 times. Easy. The D6. This one I think is one of the best items because it just rerolls stuff. Like every single thing that rerolls stuff is very good. And you get it by defeating Isaac as Blue Baby. And this is one of the best things you can do to unlock this item fast. You just have to get a crazy run, get the Unk, the item that when you revive with Blue Baby, and just like die and just go for Isaac and defeat Isaac with Blue Baby. This easy. It's one of my ideas that you can do, okay? The next one is D20. This dice reroll any pickups in the room. It's very broken on grid mode because you can just buy batteries and keep rerolling the coins and just get a bunch of chests and a bunch of things, and then you just too broken basically. And you unlock it by beating Blue Baby as Isaac. Incubus. Incubus, I would say, is Isaac's best friend because it deals 70% of your damage, but it copies your tears. So like for example, if you have Brimstone tears, it copies your Brimstone tears, so it's very good. It's like having a Esau that doesn't take damage basically. To get it, you just have to defeat Hush as Lilith. For you to get Hush, you have to defeat Mom 10 times and get there before the 30 minutes mark. Rock Bottom. This item makes you so you don't lose stats. For example, if you get Soy Milk with Rock Bottom, you're not gonna get the damage down, but you don't have actually that stats. It just makes so you don't lose it, but your real stats is below there. So for example, if you get Soy Milk, you get the tears up, but you don't get the tears down. But if you get a damage up, it only gonna go up when your real damage goes above the cap Rock Bottom put for you, basically. And for you to get it, just have to beat Boss Rush with Jacob and Esau. Now we have Spin Down Dice. This is probably one of the most loved items from the community because Spin Down Dice decrease the ID of the items by 1. So like for example, if you have Toothpicks, the item that you get from decreasing the ID is Sacred Heart, because Toothpicks is 1A3 and Sacred Heart is 1A2. Crazy, right? And for you to unlock it, you just have to beat the beast as Tainted Isaac, and it's not that hard. Tainted Isaac is a very strong character, okay? Guys, in this part I'm actually wrong here. You had to defeat Delirium as Tainted Isaac. Twisted Pair. Guys, for me this is a top 3 familiar because it's the same thing as Incubus, but you have 2 familiars, so you have more defense and they actually follow you better than Incubus. And for you to get it, you just need to defeat the beast with Tainted Lilith. The Infinity. This one is the second best dice from the game. It basically has anything besides spin down. So like you can use D1 to dupe objects and pickups. You can use the D20 as to do the things that I already told you. And you can use the D6 to reroll everything. So like it's everything in one. For me, it's the best one of the best ones, okay? And for you to get it, you just need to defeat Delirium as Isaac. Red Key. Guys, I think Red Key is one of the best items from the game because it creates a new room in the places where there's no rooms. And that is very broken because you can create a room in the side of the shop, for example, and enter the shop without wasting your key. And you can get ultra secret rooms that gives you a red item that can be Brimstone, Sacred Heart, Hemolacria. So it's a very good item, okay? And for you to get it, you just have to open the mom's chest in the home floor. I put it on normal because it's kind of hard to get to the beast, you know? C-section. Guys, if you believe it or not, this item throws a homing flying fetus at the enemy. Yes, it does that. And it has synergies with like Mom's Knife and Spirit Sword, so it's very broken, okay? And you can unlock it by beating the beast with normal Lilith, okay? Genesis. This item restarts your character and teleports you to a room where you can basically get another items. And this is kind of broken if you had a bad run. You can just get more stuff. And for you to unlock it, you have to beat Ultra Greedier with Jacob and Esau. That I would say is a little bit of a harder quest. Echo Chamber. This passive item stores up to 3 effects from pickups you use. Like for example, if you use Hierophant and then use the Lovers, it's gonna proc Hierophant and Lovers. And then if you use, for example, you're gonna get teleported to the item room and then you're gonna use Hierophant and Lovers. But it only stores up to 3. So if you use another card, you're not gonna be able to use the Hierophant you use in the first part. Basically like this. And it's kind of broken. It didn't have the limit. I think the limit before was like 5. So it's still broken though. It's still broken. And for you to get it, you have to beat the beast with Tainted Apollyon. Void. Void for me is one of the best items because it basically absorbs the effects of a active item and turns passive items into stats. Like for example, get Cursed Eye. You can get Cursed Eye and turn it into Tears using Void. It's very good. And for active items, if for example find Book of Revelations, you can use Void to get the effect from Book of Revelations and reuse it. But you can like for example get Book of Revelations and then get Satanic Bible and absorb those shoes and get a Black Heart with the Soul Heart every single time you use Void. It's so broken, man. And for you to get it, you have to defeat Delirium as Apollyon. Satanic Bible. Satanic Bible is kinda broken and it was a quality 4 back then. This item basically gives you a Black Heart and turns the boss room into a Devil Deal pool. So when you beat the boss, you get a Devil Deal item. And if you get, for example, Mystery Gift there in the boss room that has the effect of Satanic Bible, you can get a Devil Deal item there too. And if you reroll the items there, you're gonna get more Devil Deal items. So it's very strong. And for you to get the item, just have to defeat Isaac as Azazel. A theme. This item is basically a stronger version than Maul of the Void. When you defeat an enemy, it has a percentage chance for you to turn that enemy into a Maul of the Void thingy that I forgot the name now. And it's very strong, okay? You can easily defeat any boss if you have this item on. And for you to unlock it, you just need to defeat Hush as Eve. Upon the Flesh. This is one of my favorite items again. Upon the Flesh changes the cost of Devil Deal rooms to be, instead of hearts, to be coins. Yes. And those items sometimes can be at sale. So like you can get Brimstone for 15 coins. Or you can get, for example, a Void for 7 coins. But it turns the items in the shop into heart cost items. So you have to expend your hearts to get the items in the shop. And there's a bunch of synergy with those things, okay? I'm gonna make a whole video explaining this. And for you to get it, you need to defeat the beast as Cain. The Lich Crown. This item is very strong because it makes the items cycle into 5 of them. So for example, if you go to the item room, you're gonna find not 1 but 5 items cycling in the pedestal. Like for example, Mom's Heart is not an item, Isaac's Heart, Mom's Knife, whatever, and then you can just like pick one with good timing. And for you to unlock it, you just have to beat the beast as Tainted Isaac. And for me, that's a little bit hard because you don't get a lot of items, don't get a lot of options, you know, so it's kind of hard. Sacred Orb. This item has a 100% chance to reroll qualities 0 and 1 and 33% of rerolling qualities 2. So like for example, if you enter an item room and there's there's like Tiny Planet. If you had Sacred Orb, that would not show up basically. So no Tiny Planet for you. And it has a 33% chance of removing items from quality 2. For example, you can enter the item room. You could see, for example, Jesus Juice. I don't even know if that is from the item room. But like if you have Sacred Orb, there's a 33% chance you're not gonna find Jesus Juice there and find another item that is quality 3, maybe. And it's a very good item because you only get like high quality items basically. I said items so many times. Keeper's Box. You could say, Chaos, Keeper's Box is bad. Guys, Keeper's Box is one of the best items from the game. It's because if you go to the shop with Restock and Keeper's Box, the things you buy from the Keeper's Box with Restock, when it gets Restock, is not gonna go up the price. So if you buy a 15 cents item, you're gonna still have it for 15 for the next one. So for example, you can have Piggy Bank and Steam Sale, and you can basically buy a heart for 2 coins, and you keep buying it for 2 coins with Keeper's Box. It's just amazing. And for you to get this item, you just need to defeat Beast as Keeper. And for me, that's a little bit hard, you know. Birthright. This item buffs the character you're playing with. For example, with Azazel, you can get a gigantic laser beam of brimstone. So it's kinda good, right? So you always should pick it up. Like there's no reason for you to not do it. And you unlock it by beating Blue Baby as Jacob and Esau. That's a little bit hard, you know? Godhead. This is one of the hardest so far because you gotta get all the check marks with the Lost. And what does Godhead does, Chaos? It gives you a tears down, but it gives you damage up, homing, and you have aura in your tears, okay? It's very good. Mega Mush. This is one of the items that gives you basically a free win. Because you become massive, you can destroy everything. You get a ×4 damage multiplier. Picture this with Rock Bottom, okay? But it's one of the hardest because you gotta get all the check marks with all the non-tainted characters. And the last one is Eternal D6. I left this one at the end because you gotta beat Mother with Blue Baby, and I don't like Blue Baby. No one likes Blue Baby. And it's very good, okay? Because you just gotta beat this little baby when you're fighting Super Sloth. Anyways, this was the list, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Comment an idea for the next videos if you have one, okay? Bye-bye.